Good morning, traders. What's up? What's going on? Yeah, that's a little funky, huh? That's odd. That's not supposed to be like that. So cool. Now it's very, very distracting. So again, who cares? Good morning. What's up and what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? How we all doing today? Welcome back. I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to work with you, and I'm excited to see what we have in store today and to make it happen. So, ladies and gentlemen, give me one second if you don't mind. This is going to distract everybody today, and it's definitely going to distract me. And we have plenty of time as well, guys. We got plenty of time, so just bear with me. My apologies here. I am not sure what's going on right now, but let's go in here to the webcam. And let's fix this real quick, yeah? Let's go ahead and fix that. So we'll go ahead and do that. We'll go ahead and do this. We'll go ahead and hit that crop button. Yes, just again, bear with me. This is not normal. This is not how it's supposed to be going down right now. We're supposed to be talking stocks, making it happen. Hey, if I got to re-roll that intro, I'll re-roll that intro. We will absolutely make it happen. We'll start fresh, guys. Are we there yet? Like that movie. Are we there yet, Dad? Is it fixed yet? Oh, look at that. It will do for now. It's not the best, but it's okay. I mean, it works, right? Does it work? It works. It's beautiful, just like you inside the chat. Each and every one of you, extremely beautiful. And I love you all. So let's go ahead and just redo the intro real quick, all right? You want to? So far away, you're somewhere out there. Good morning. How we all doing? Happy Money Thursday. It is June 23rd. Ladies and gentlemen, 8:52. We have 38 minutes until the market opens. And once again, like every single day, I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to work with you, and I'm excited to see where the opportunity is in the markets so we can lock in some profits. Right now, as you guys can see, I have 0 trades on the day, and I plan on keeping it that way. I am not being serious. I have 0 trades because I do not see anything that I like right now at this point in time, but I am ready to rock and roll. I am ready to make it happen. I am ready to have just an awesome day in the markets. I'm ready to lock in some profits with you guys and help you become successful every single day and to get you guys inside of Profits Chat. So once again, team, hit me with that big old good morning and happy Money Thursday. Jay, Doss, Mr. Stir, Steve K, Rod Wilson, Kids King, Trader Adam, another Steve, Trading Hunter. I tell you what, team, it's going to get to the point where I'm not going to be able to do this anymore. There's going to come a point in time, and it's coming very, very soon, that I will not be able to list every single name off. It'll take me probably 30 minutes to say good morning and then go through that list of hundreds and hundreds of traders. So everybody inside of chat this morning, if you are here, I'm speaking right to you. Good morning. Happy Thursday. I hope you had a wonderful evening, and I hope you guys are having an amazing Money Thursday. I hope you guys are focused. I hope you guys are ready to rock and roll and to make this the best day of the trading week. All right. What's up over on YouTube? Who do we have on YouTube today? We have Mercedes, Alan, Shad, Ryan, Chris, Heather, Dave, Steve, Ed, Nevis, the man, the myth, the legend, and oh my goodness, we have Mr. Russ. Good morning, sunshine. What's up, Wayne, Dale? Good morning. Woo, I'm ready to get this money. I'm ready to make it happen, Rod Wilson. Good morning, Trader King. Stir. I thought the personal good morning was part of the yearly package. Stir. The good mornings are for you and for you only, sir. All right, so team, we got a lot of stuff moving today, right? You look at these up gappers. We have quite a few stocks up this morning in pre-market. We have BHAT up 78%. We have FSTX up 66%. We have SMFL up 37%, CNSP up 43%. But here's the thing. What stock has the best potential, right? There may be 100 stocks moving today, but what stock has the best potential out of these hundreds and thousands of stocks. That's our job in the morning, is to dissect these stocks, to dissect what's moving, to identify where the best opportunity is. And that's what we're going to do over the next 35 minutes to get you guys prepared for the day, to identify that amazing opportunity, to make it happen so we can lock in some amazing profits in the market. So without further ado, let's not waste any time and let's go ahead and dive into it. So what do we have going on for today? Well, number one, we have CNSP. Ladies and gentlemen, so CNSP this morning receiving approval from the US FDA for protocol amendment to ongoing potentially pivotal global trials evaluating bursabin for the treatment of GBM. Ladies and gentlemen, that is a lot. If you're a new trader, you're like, dude, what does that mean? Take a step back. Let's simplify the process here. We're looking for keywords in these press releases. That's really it. With these penny stocks, we're looking for keywords that make the stocks go boom, that bring in the traders, that bring in the focus, that bring in the volume. Keywords, guys, is really all you need. So what's the keyword here? They received approval from the US FDA. They're receiving approval from the US FDA. Now, is that the best press release that we've ever seen? Is that the best keyword? No, but it's a good keyword. It's definitely a keyword. It's definitely a type of press release that gets a stock moving. So we definitely should be looking at CNSP. Now, CNSP right now is currently up 44%. It's a 29 million in float stock, so we know the stock can move. Very cheap as well, so it's not going to take a lot to get this thing going. And we're trading very nice volume as well. Right now, we do have potential here on CNSP to get up towards around 54 cents today, and 54 cents being that prior spiking high here on CNSP. Now, one other thing I want to point out is, what do you notice on this daily chart with CNSP? All right, what do you notice on this daily chart? Upper shadow, upper shadows, upper shadow, upper shadow, upper shadow, upper shadow. Every time this stock moves on a high volume day, look, we have a high volume bar, large upper shadow. High volume, large upper shadow. High volume, large upper shadow. You guys see the trend? That anytime there's good volume on this stock and this stock moves, it tends to give a lot back. So if you're planning on buying the stock and holding it all day, I don't recommend that. Why is that? Because in the past, anytime the stock moves with volume, it gives 50% back. It gives 50% back. It gives 100% back plus some on that red day. But we can see that, you gap up a little bit. It does have a nice day behind it, but then it does give a lot back towards the end of the day. So just be mindful of that, all right? So at this point in time, we do have some resistance here right now, right? We were looking to see if that could hold as support. It was right around 43 cents, right off these highs here on the daily chart. And we couldn't hold that on up. Now we're below that level here on CNSP. So now that level is going to be resistance. So we need to get back above that 43 to 44 cent level. Right now, support is back down at 35 cents. So if you just look at the daily chart, you can gauge 35 to 36 cents is going to be a decent little level of support here for CNSP. And we definitely need to see this thing breaking back above 44 and 45 cents. And I think if we start breaking back above that 44 and 45 cent level, that's where a lot of volume is going to start moving on in, up to 50 cents, and then up to 55 cents to retest that prior spiking high back in March. So CNSP has a great press release. It's not bad. CNSP has great volume. It's a nice low float stock. It's cheap. It could definitely move. It's up 40% at this point in time. We see that it can move. There is potential to the upside today. I definitely want to watch CNSP. 35 cent support, 44 to 45 cent resistance. I expect volume to move in over 45 cents, back up to 50 cents, retest that pre-market high. And then if we break over 50 cents, I do see potential up towards around 54 and then 55 cents here on CNSP. So we will be watching CNSP today. I'm not saying it's my number one stock, but I'm saying, hey, we'll watch it. All right. Next, RDHL. All right. So what's going on with RDHL? They announced Q1 2022 highlights. They're on track for positive cash from operations here in 2022. RDHL is currently up this morning 33%. It's trading 24 million shares. And on average, this stock trades 500,000. We have so much volume on this stock. It's a 40 million in float, right? We know it can move. It's cheap. It's $1. And it's 40 million in float with tons of demand, tons of volume. And we have a decent little press release here. RDHL is meeting that criteria to be a watch list worthy stock for the day. So right now at this point in time, where's support at? Where's support? I would say right around $1. You would think right around $1. It's psychological. It's one of the strongest levels of support and resistance for penny stocks. So with that being said, right around $1. I'm actually going to bring it down just a smidge towards around 97 cents. So I'm going to give you guys about a 3-cent window of support between 97 cents and $1 support here on RDHL. All right, so that's where we want to see the stock hold above. We may be double bottoming right now off this level of support. We came down, we bounced. You see that very short-term double bottom, back into this downtrend, coming back down for a bigger double bottom. Now we're starting to see it try to curl on up here. So as long as we hold above that 97 cent to $1 area, we do have great potential back up to 111. We have potential back up to 123 to 125. Then we could see this back up towards around 140 on RDHL. So if you guys like this stock, you're like, Josh, it's $1. It's 40 million in float. I know the stock could rip and run, right? We have tons of volume, and I like what we're seeing here on this press release. I think it's going back to 140 today. That's my top target. There's 40 cents of potential to the upside. What could you do? You could buy it right now if you really wanted to. And you could have put a stop loss down here at like 90 cents, 91 cents. It's completely up to you, right? I don't see a formation. I don't see a strategy. It's not my style of trade. But if this is your style of trade, buy low, sell high, buy off support, sell at resistance, right? If this is your type of trade, this is your catalyst, this is your volume, this is your float, this is your price of stock, right? You could scale in, scale out. If this is for you and this is an opportunity that works for you, here you go. You're right at $1 support at this point in time. For me, it's not for me. This is not my style of trading. I'm going to sit back on this and just wait. I want some volatility. I want some quick moves. But RDHL right now is right at support. Keep it on high watch. There is a reason to be looking at this today, and there's definitely potential with RDHL, right? I'm actually liking SIGA. Why would I like SIGA, guys? Right? Placid hit this on the head, and I love it, Placid. I'm going to give you props, buddy. I'm going to give you props because you absolutely nailed it. Talking like a freaking smart money trader. I absolutely love it, dude. Watching SIGA this morning on news. That's what Placid said. We were talking about this one this morning. This is a real company with actual earnings, with real cash flow, and a solid balance sheet. Damn right. Not sure about the credibility of Monkeypox, but the fundamentals are evident for this company. Number one. Number two, what do we have going on today that could drive this stock higher? Well, we do have the WHO, the WHO, with an emergency meeting discussing monkeypox to see, hey, is this a real emergency? Should we take this a little bit more seriously? That's what's happening today. An emergency meeting called by the WHO, the World Health Organization, to discuss monkeypox. Why did SIGA even rip from $8 to $17 back in May? Well, because they had news about the monkeypox. All right, so SIGA, I definitely think needs to be on watch today around the conclusion of this emergency meeting and see if SIGA gets some hype, get some action, because we do know that when SIGA moves, oh my goodness, SIGA moves. And there are other stocks out there that could move as well, right? You have CODX. CODX went from 520 to 670 on the news that the WHO is holding this emergency meeting. So CODX is another stock that you guys should be watching if we see those types of stocks move based on what's said in this emergency meeting. So SIGA is one that I'm personally going to be looking at. You guys can go look at CODX. And then how do you go find some of these other stocks, right? How can you go find some of these other stocks that could move depending on what's basically what comes about from this meeting? So you can go to a tool, for example, like Seeking Alpha. And then right here on Seeking Alpha, there was an article. I am trying to find it, but right now I can't find it. Let's scroll down that list just a little bit. WHO. Let's go up here and just type in that keyword, WHO. Who? Type that in. There was an article this morning. Boom. Monkeypox plays tick higher ahead of WHO emergency meeting. This is why it's important to have the tools and the resources that you need to stay on top of the market. And that's why we have the tools and the resources here inside of our community to keep you on top of the market. And this is just one tool that we utilize to make sure that we're on top of the market. So what are some other stocks that could move today, right? You have CODX we've talked about. You have EBS. EBS could move as well. You have CMRX, right? That's another diagnostic stock, right? Then you have therapeutics like GOVX, right? This stock is kind of moving a little bit, right? You have TNXP, another therapeutic stock. Okay, you have SIGA, could move a little bit. You have some Danish biotech stocks, OTC stocks. So there's a list of stocks that could absolutely move depending on what comes out of this WHO emergency meeting, right? Because they're going to decide whether to declare this latest outbreak a public health emergency of international concern, kind of like COVID. We could definitely see some of these stocks rip and run. So I'm watching SIGA today. Okay, I'm watching SIGA today for those reasons, guys. Okay, right now it's more of a back burner because it's not really doing too much. There's not tons of volume. There's not tons of hype, but there's definitely a reason to keep the stock on watch today. And that's the reason I'll be watching SIGA today just to see if it starts moving around a little bit. Okay, next we have SMFL. So what's going on with SMFL this morning? Smart Life accelerates manufacturing of milk dust lactation products amid baby formula shortage. I love this press release. That was a real concern there for a little bit. There was a lot of scarcity with breast formula, with baby formula. People were getting nervous. There was a shortage. And still, with these supply issues, there still remains to be that shortage. So boom, we have SMFL coming out right now saying, hey, they're going to accelerate the manufacturing of milk dust lactation products amid this baby formula shortage. That was something that a lot of people were very, very concerned about. It's a real thing. And so why is the stock right now going from 45 cents to 70 cents? Because that's a killer press release. It's up 54% for a reason. It's trading almost 10 million shares for a reason. And on average, it trades 1.29. So I'm really liking SMFL, and I'm really liking that press release. I do like the volume that's being traded, and I like this float, 18 million in float. And so far, I really like the price action. I know I'm not a fan, typically, of these sub-dollar stocks. 50, 60, 70 cents, I'm not a fan. But I do like SMFL. I do like that news. I love the float. The volume's there. The price action is clean. It's consistent. I'm going to be watching SMFL as one of my top stocks today. On top of that, it's a newer IPO stock. And what have we been seeing lately? The market's boring. Traders are like, where's the opportunity? Well, let's go find a low float new IPO stock that could rip and run. That's where traders have been going. So now pair that with the fact that this stock has a killer press release, I absolutely want to keep the stock on high watch. We have room to $1 today. Looking for the break over 76 cents, up towards around $1. If this stock ever breaks $1, we have room to 123 here on SMFL. Now, where's support at here on SMFL? Support's going to be right back down off these pre-market lows of 57 cents. I would actually bring that up just a smidge. All right, looking at the daily chart, I would actually say support puts you right around 59 cents. Now, we could come as low as 57, but I see 59 cents being a little bit better level of support here on SMFL. So at this point in time, you have 59 cent support. Top resistance, 76 to 79 cents. Okay, so if we can break that 76 to 79 cent level, I definitely believe we can see $1 today and then up towards around 123 to 125 SMFL. This right now at this point in time is going to be one of my top stocks that I'm watching right out of the gate. Again, Great news, great volume, low float stock, lots of potential to the upside. Watching SMFL as one of my top stocks for today. Right, so let's go ahead and just readjust that watch list. SMFL, you guys know why it's one of my top stocks. Okay, what the levels are, why the stock's moving. You guys are prepared. You guys know that I am watching this right out of the gate. You understand why I'm watching SIGA out of the gate. Okay, at this point in time, CNSP, a little bit of a back burner. Okay, RDHL, a little bit of a back burner for me. All right, now moving on. BHAT. Okay, what's going on with BHAT? This stock is actually leading the board at this point in time. It's up 75%. It's trading 4 million shares, and it's the lowest float stock on the leaderboard. You guys know me. I love low float stocks. So why is BHAT even moving? Well, they terminated its previously proposed shelf takedown offering, and that brought in a lot of attention and a lot of hype, pushing the stock all the way to 185 last night. Since that high of 185, it hasn't really done too much. It's slowly consolidating. It's slowly pulling back. It's not dumping on off. The simple fact that it's not just dumping on off is why I want to watch this stock. That's one of the reasons I want to watch this stock. Is it's not just up and down. Nice big rip. It's actually trying to hold up some of these gains. Okay, number 2, has great volume. Number 3, it's the lowest float stock on the leaderboard, and I love low float stocks. This stock has been moving pretty decently over the last couple of days, and then to top it off, here on BHAT, they're terminating that shelf takedown offering that they had previously proposed. That's positive. So I'm absolutely going to be watching BHAT today, and honestly, BHAT is going to be another one of my top stocks. The news is great. The float is nice and low. The volume is here, and I see some potential to the upside. So as long as we can stay above 114 on BHAT, I believe we can see the stock back up to 166 and then 185. It's that simple. Want to see if this stock can stay above 114. If we see a reason to get involved after holding 114 or we're above 114 and we look good and we look strong, we absolutely have potential to that 166 and then 185 on BHAT. All right, so at this point in time, for those reasons, I will be watching BHAT as another one of my top stocks for today. Okay, BOXD, I was really liking this stock. I'm not going to lie. I was really liking BOXD. Okay, why was I liking BOXD? Well, from a technical perspective, I was really liking it. They don't have fresh news today. There was fresh volume, but not fresh news. The last press release we had was on June 7th, that they're going to be added to the Russell 2000 index on the 27th of June. I was really liking this movement last night, really liking that movement here today, but right now we're starting to crack down below a couple very key levels on BOXD. Is there still potential with BOXD? I think so. I still think there's potential here today. But it was looking a lot better at 265. It was looking much better around that 265. Why is that? Well, it was holding 265 resistance as support, number 1, and it was holding that trend line from yesterday. What do we know about trend lines? Above the trend line, you're considered bullish. You're going long. Below the trend line, you're considered bearish. You want to go short. I located shares. There's nothing to short here. I would have taken the short for the crack of the trend line, like discussed here in pre-market. But here's the thing, guys. There's no locates. There's no shares to short. So now I'm really stuck on the long side with BOXD, and I'm not really liking it to the long side right now at 9:14 a.m. All right, so I would like it if we can get back above 265. All right, that shows strength. If we can get back above 265 and regain that level today, we could push off that level back up to that high of $2.96 and then $3. And if we ever break that $3 level, we have room to 4. There's definitely tons of potential. Definitely tons of potential with BOXD. But here over the last 20, 30 minutes, I'm not that crazy about it, right? I need to sit back and be patient with the stock. I need to sit back and wait to see what's going to happen out of the gate. Can we get back above 265? If so, I'll definitely consider taking a look at it for a possible trade up to 3 and then 4. But if we're not getting back above 265, we're probably just going to sit sideways between 244 and 265 and just probably be a little choppy, or we're just going to go ahead and crack that 244 level and move lower, and the stock's not shortable. All right, so at this point in time, BOXD is going to be a little bit of a back burner for now for me. If you guys are like, Josh, you are crazy. This stock is going to be the stock that rips to the moon today. I'm all in. All right, that's on you. That's up to you. Good luck. I wish you the best, okay? That's your edge. That's your style. For me, I don't like it right now for a few reasons, and I hope that makes sense why I'm not too crazy about it, all right? 244 support with 265 top resistance. If you start breaking 265, your next level of resistance is 296 and then $3. If you start breaking over 3, your next main level of resistance is your 20 EMA, and your 20 EMA is right at $4. If you start cracking below that 240 to 244 level here on BOXD, you will most likely be coming down to that 205 level next. So those are your levels. You did crack that trend line, which is a sign of bearishness. The stock is not able to be shorted. I'm personally not crazy about it, but if you like this, if this is your kind of stock and your kind of opportunity, make it happen. Whatever works best for you. But right now at this point in time, more of a back burner for me. And then we got a couple other back burners, okay? PEV and CLVS will be back burners. CLVS for the possible mid-candle breakout. PEV, just in case nothing else works today. If SMFL does nothing and it just dumps. If SIGA does nothing. If BHAT just does nothing and it dumps. And some of these back burner stocks just sit stagnant and don't move. Where do you think traders are going to go? Traders are going to say, what stock just absolutely was on fire yesterday, this week, last week? I mean, what stock was absolutely on freaking fire? I'm going to say PEV. All right, what did PEV do yesterday? The stock went from under $4 to $8.40, and it was halted 3 times. This stock was on fire yesterday, and traders know that. Traders remember that. Traders are going to be looking at PEV just in case BHAT dumps on off, just in case SIGA doesn't move, just in case SMFL dumps on off. Right? Some of these other back burner stocks, if there's no opportunity, there's no action, traders are going to rush back over to PEV, and they're going to get something going here on PEV. Right now, guys, over 840, the sky's the limit. Right? There's no overhead resistance besides psychological resistance. So you have 875. Right? 875 is a psychological level of resistance. Don't ask me why. It's something I've noticed over the past 7 years. All right? When you break 875, you typically slingshot and get a quick big move up to 10. And then after $10, guys, you played every dollar. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 is a key level, all the way to 20 is another key level, and then 25, 30, playing those round psychological levels. But right now, it's going to be $8.40, which was yesterday's high. Anything over 840, your next level of resistance is going to be 875. And then anything over 875 would be up towards around 10. Right now, support, I see the best level of support still back down at 650. Okay, so PEV, I like it. PEV has potential. It moves quick. It's volatile. There's going to be some opportunity for me to scalp this today. And if you guys like scalping, there's an opportunity for you to scalp this stock today as well. So let's go ahead and recap before we dive into the SPY and the Qs. And we really don't have a lot to talk about today with the SPY and the Qs. I know you're a little upset about that statement. You're like, man, the SPY and the Qs is where I want to be. I just don't think there's going to be an abundance of opportunity today or tomorrow or next week. And I'll explain why, okay? But let's go ahead and recap where my focus is today. I got 4 stocks that I'm really watching out of the gate. I have 4 top stocks that I like. SMFL, SIGA, BHAT, and PEV are my top 4 stocks that I want to be watching right at 9:30 today. Back burners at this point in time that have potential, but they're definitely not top stocks. CNSP has potential, back burner. RDHL has potential. For me, it's a back burner. BOXD right now, back burner. CLVS for the possible mid-candle breakout, back burner. Out of my top 4 stocks, there's only 2 that I'm really watching right at the start of the day. Number 1, SMFL. Number 2, PEV. Okay, BHAT is on watch. It's a top stock, but I can't look at 4 stocks at the same time. I'm going to look at 2. So which stocks do I think have the best potential right at 9:30? That's going to be PEV and SMFL. All right, team? We'll take a vote here in a moment and see what you guys are thinking here inside of chat. All right. VEDU. If there's something that stands out to me immediately, we'll talk about it. If not, we'll come back to it when we have a moment. VEDU. All right. Nice little move yesterday. Pretty flat. Starting to get some action here on VEDU at this point in time. There was no news yesterday from what I can see. There are no filings. Visionary education stock jumps 26%, but still trading 67% below IPO. June 15th. No news as to why this is bouncing. Just what have we been seeing a lot lately? The only thing that I could say as to why the stock is moving is when the market's boring and the market's dead and traders are desperate, what do? They go find these really cheap stocks. A lot of these stocks just so happen to be newer IPOs as well. All right. So VEDU, could you see another day of continuation to the upside? Sure, you could. Absolutely. Where could you see this thing go to? Well, I would say 292 next. I would say 292 once we can break over 219. We have 219 daily resistance over 219. Think 250. It's psychological. And then 292 on VEDU. Support right now is going to be back down at yesterday's high of day. So yesterday's high of day is a good level of support, which is right around 192. If you crack below 192, I see potential down to 168. Okay, so 168, bottom support. Current support right now, 192. Resistance is at 219. Anything over 219, you're looking at 250. And then 292 here on VEDU. JDOS is ADN, a possible mid-candle breakout. Let's go take a look at ADN real quick. Is that a mid-candle breakout? I literally just typed in MCB. Are you kidding me? ADN. I was saying mid-candle breakout as I'm typing in ADN, and I typed in MCB. This is not a mid-candle breakout, all right? This is not going to be a mid-candle breakout here on ADN, all right? Mid-candle breakouts could be like CLVS. Big green day, small red day. Looking for that third day to be a big green day. So CLVS, it consists of 3 days typically for great mid-candles. It's a 3-day process. Day 1, big green day. Day 2, small red day. Day 3, explosive move that breaks over the second day's red day. That's what we want to see for these mid-candle breakouts. And what's the last mid-candle breakout that we had that played out? Look at AUVI. Number 1, big green day. Number 2, small little red day. Number 3, boom, absolutely exploded. All right, that's just one example. That's just one example here. Do we have any other examples? Yeah, AERC. Look at that. Look at that. Nice, beautiful mid-candle breakout. You have a nice big green day, red day. You actually had this take place over 4 days, but it still worked out beautifully. This was a better mid-candle breakout here. Big green day, small red day, big explosive move, breaking over the prior 2 days, opens, closes, highs, etc. So right now, ADN, I'm just not seeing mid-candle breakout material. All right, you got that big green day, but you've been sitting on 3 days of just kind of consolidating down. Definitely not what you want to see for a mid-candle breakout. All right. So this morning we had U.S. jobless claims come out. All right, so we had U.S. jobless claims come out at 229 versus 227, a little bit higher than the estimate, but nothing too crazy that the market can't handle. It wasn't terrible. I mean, it was definitely a little bit higher than expectations, but it's nothing that the market can't handle. Continuing claims, 1.31 versus 1.31. So the market is moving on up because we came in at estimates. Okay. And then what is Putin saying? Vladimir Putin says trade with China, India, Brazil, South Africa has jumped 38% amid Western sanctions. All right. So jobless claim data, nothing to be concerned about, nothing to be scared about. The market already priced that in. It wasn't bad whatsoever. But here's my outlook with the SPY and the Qs. All right. Here's my 2 cents, guys. Like I told you back in November, why I'm selling my long-term portfolio. And then here, January, February, why I'm thinking recession, why I'm thinking end of the year to buy, why my thesis changed again to markets bottoming in the summer months, right? Seeing a nice little year-end rally, right? Still definitely possibility of a recession. If we have a recession, that may bring the markets back down next year as we price that in. Again, I keep you guys updated every single day with my outlook, with my thesis. What I think, based on just the tools and the resources and the information that I gather, and I put all the pieces together and I try and make a good, smart, educated decision. And wouldn't you guys say that 80% we've been spot on with 80% certainty this year? Now, I haven't been spot on 100% of the time. There are some days I come in and I say, guys, I cannot get an edge on the SPY today. I have no freaking idea where the SPY's going. I have no idea. I don't know. But I would say we've been pretty spot on. A lot of traders called me crazy back in May. A lot of people called me absolutely crazy last month when I said we are going to have another leg down. Okay. I think this office is haunted. That just fell off my wall. That whiteboard. A little scary. All right, my heart's racing. I think there's a little ghoul or a goblin going to come up over top of me and just rip my head off in front of chat. So anyway, guys, I would say that we've been pretty spot on this year. Okay, we've been pretty spot on. Not 100%. Nothing's ever 100%, but I would say 70 to 80% certainty and confidence that we've absolutely been spot on with where the market's going and why, and how to take advantage of the market. A lot of people called me crazy back in May. And I was like, I think we have another leg down. Here's why. Everybody's like, nah, that's the bottom. That's the bottom. Look at the chart, Josh. Look at the chart, right? Look at that triple bottom. Look at those big dojis, right? Look at that RSI at a 30, right? The chart's telling you it's the bottom. I'm like, well, guess what? It doesn't just come down to TA. What's going on in the world? What's going on with the economy? Inflation? What's the Fed going to be doing? There's so many things that we need to be mindful of and so many things that we need to understand. And we had another leg down into the 360s. And then people are like, okay, you were right. So right now, I can't gauge the SPY and the Qs, guys. I can't gauge the SPY and the Qs today. I think it's going to be choppy. I think the markets are attempting to bottom. That's what it looks like to me. Just based on the last 3 days of price action, I think the market is attempting to bottom. And during this bottoming process, during the process of stabilizing, I think it's going to be really hard to trade. It's going to be challenging. Do I think we can go a little bit lower? I think so. I think you can see one more little teeny leg lower. But right now, the price action that I see, it definitely looks like the markets are trying to bottom. We are in those summer months. It's lining up with my thesis, and I'm sticking to my thesis right now. So right now, I can't gauge the SPY and the Qs, guys. All right? But if we get more sense of direction today, let's get prepared. But right now, we have 1 second until the market opens. And right now, we know exactly what we're going to be looking at. And where's my focus, ladies and gentlemen, to start this day? SMFL is my number one. I am going to be watching this one like a hawk right now out of the gate. Okay, SIGA is another stock I'm watching depending on what goes down in that WHO meeting. Okay, BHAT is something on watch as well, around 114. And then PEV is most definitely on watch as well, guys. Like I said, in pre-market, just looking at the last few days, I cannot get a gauge. I can't gauge the SPY and the Qs. I'm not perfect. I don't know everything. I'll be honest and say, yo, I don't know where I feel like the SPY and the Qs are going. I'm 50-50. But let's wait 10 to 15 minutes. Let's see if we can get more of an idea of where the SPY and the Qs are headed today. And right now, I definitely think the markets are trying to stabilize. I think the markets are trying to find a little bit of a bottom. And I still do believe at this point in time that we could still see the markets bottom in these summer months and move higher. I couldn't agree more. I couldn't agree more. Someone over on YouTube says the market will recorrect another 8 to 10% in a couple of days. Just my thoughts as history shows. Now, and when you say recorrect, I hope you're saying that, that's your leg down. Because I agree. I do think we could see another maybe 5 to 7%. The downside, that would put you right around the 350s. And I think that makes a lot of sense. And that's going to put us around, next FOMC meeting. That's going to put us around CPI and PPI for next month. We're going to have more economic data that we could really base our decisions on. So I definitely agree. I definitely think we have another leg down, guys. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'll own it. Like, yep, I was wrong. But, I don't care if I'm wrong because I've been spot on 80% this year. And I'm happy with that. I'm happy with the breakdowns, and I'm happy with obtaining these facts and really putting the pieces of the puzzle together and really having a good solid plan. And so far, so good. And we are going to crush it. We are going to know when the best time to get in, right? When's the best time to start dollar cost averaging in? What can we expect? When are we going to start trimming? Are the markets going to come back down because we are going into a recession? How long is the recession going to be? How much lower can the markets go? There's so many opportunities, guys, and we are going to make sure that we hit these opportunities on the freaking head, and we are not going to miss them. So if you're not inside a chat, you are missing out. Make sure you're inside a chat because right now it's getting a lot closer to the time that I start really buying. And I've been telling you guys for weeks, starting to dabble, but we're getting close to when I really start buying. All right, so do not miss out. Come on into YouTube, make some money in the free stream, and then use that free money that you would have never had, join, get a membership, and take your trading to the next level. What's stopping you? What's stopping you? You come in, free money on the stream. It's free money. Use that to advance your education the right way. I'm buying today. I was going through looking to buy yesterday. I said, I'm going to wait one more day. I'm going to wait for jobless claims data. I said, I'm going to wait one more day. And I haven't bought anything yet, but I am buying today, and I'll do that live on the stream with you guys. So right now, team, right now, what do we have going on? Breakout scanner. VEDU is on that breakout scanner. Let's go take a peek at VEDU at this point in time. Again, traders, if you're looking at VEDU over 219, up to 250, and then 290 is very realistic. Right now, at this point in time, on VEDU, your support level is back down around that 192 here on VEDU. But again, my top stocks to be watching out of the gate was PEV, BHAT, SIGA, and SMFL. Right now, PEV has my attention. Right now, PEV has my undivided attention. Yesterday's high was 840. Let's see what we do up towards around 840 here on PEV. Let's just let it spike on up to 840 here. Let's see if we can just spike on up. I'm not going to short this stock. I mean, it's shortable, but I don't feel confident shorting it because this thing absolutely squeezed yesterday. And what would I be doing? Jumping into the short side knowing that this thing is probably going to freaking squeeze on me. Yeah, count me out. Count me out. So I agree, but disagree a little bit. The recession is expected to last 8 to 12 months, depending on other factors. You're right. Depending on other factors, and we'll have more insight towards the end of the year. I definitely think the recession, if it happens, is end of the year into next year. But I don't know if it'll last 12 months per se. But I think you're right around, what I would think, that 4 to 8. I don't think it's going to be a very long recession. I don't think it's going to be anything like we saw in 2008, 2009. I think it's going to be very short, but very needed. And the reason I think it's going to be short and we're going to rebound quickly is because the economy really is strong. The economy is much stronger than it was back in 2008, right? I mean, statistically, this is a fact. People have money in the bank. Back in 07, 08, people were still going paycheck to paycheck, and they were depleting their savings. People have money in the bank right now. Thank you, Mr. Government, for sending us $600 a piece for a year. People have money in the bank. Yeah, debt's going up. Credit card debt's going up, but people have money. The economy is strong, much stronger than it was in 07, 08, 09. And that's a lot of different factors back in 08, 09. Yeah, I definitely don't think what we're seeing right now is as bad as the Great Recession, the housing market crisis. I don't think what we're going through right now is as bad as 08. Is it bad? Sure, it's bad. It's crazy. It's out of control. But I don't think it's going to cause any craziness like 08. And again, the S&P only dropped 42% during that recession. In the first year, 38%, if I'm not mistaken, then an additional 10, I think. And then it rallied and closed up over 20% in 2009. Crazy. And that's when the economy was actually fully in a recession and the market was up 20%. So when we actually hit that recession, it's like, oh my gosh, we feel the pain. The market will be up. The market will be higher. The market's forward looking. So right now, just looking at SMFL, looking at PEV, these are the top two stocks right now at this point in time, team. If you see anything else that you're like, Josh, why are you not looking at this stock right now? You are on the wrong play. Let me know. We'll take a look at it. But right now at this point in time, I definitely think we're on the right stocks. PEV, most definitely. Most definitely. And then SMFL still has some great potential. I'm loving that press release. I really do. I think it's a solid press release. I'm liking that flow. The volume is just phenomenal. Overall, guys, SMFL is a solid stock for a day trade. Not to invest, for a day trade. Right now, PEV has my focus. PEV has my attention. I do want to dissect SMFL just a little bit more. SMFL. I do want to get more of an idea of this company. Consumer staples. Okay. Acquires, develops, manufactures, operates, markets, and sells Neurocalatic. I can't say that word. Neurolatical. Did I go to college for like a month and just go do like English class? It's a pharmaceutical alternative which claims psychological benefits in the U.S. They're largely unregulated as they exist in the same category as dietary supplements and food additives by the FDA. So this company, they develop, manufacture, operate, market, sell these nutraceuticals, whatever. Jesus, my goodness. It offers natural health and wellness meal replacement products, including nutrition bars, cookies, soups, shakes, vitamin supplements. All right, so it's like, yeah, I'm okay here. I'm okay. Everybody makes a freaking supplement now. So it's nothing that's really stands out to me. What are my thoughts on BIVI? Yeah, there's nothing happening right now with BIVI. My thoughts are it's a waste of your time. I'm being completely honest with you. Just to make sure you're not looking at the stock, and I don't want to justify this. It's not worth your time. There is nothing happening here with this stock. I definitely don't think it's worth your time. It's traded 48,000 shares so far today. I know they announced a patent issuance covering assets treatment. So they announced that patent, but there's no reaction to the stock whatsoever. There's no reaction at all. If you ever see it up around 195, bring it back to my attention. Ken, if you ever see BIVI up another 10 to 15 cents towards that pre-market high, and you see more volume move in, bring it to my attention. Right now, it's definitely not worth your time. Red to green on REV. I was not even looking at REV today, to be completely honest with you guys. After yesterday's really nasty price action day, I told myself it's not even on the watch list. I told myself I'm not even going to consider the stock. I think there's better potential out there. Could it be a red to green, though? Yeah, I mean, it could, for sure. It could. 100%, Corey. But I just don't know if I trust it. I just don't know if I trust it. Right? It could still be that big U-shaped red to green move, but I don't know, after yesterday's nasty day, I'm staying clear of that stock. And I'm just looking for the first little pullback here on PEV, guys. That's all I'm doing right now at this point in time, is looking for a little bit of a pullback here on PEV. And again, I have no trades on the day right now. I got 0 trades on the day, so you guys can see. Nothing right now at this point in time that I'm liking. Go ahead and look at the spine, the Qs maybe. No real sense of direction yet. You know, again, out of the gate, falling. So you'd be like, oh, I want to grab puts, but watch this thing freaking rebound and start going green again. We just need to wait, be a little bit more patient on the spine, the Qs, and really get a sense of direction here. Ooh, Tesla may be a nice trade for me today. I'm liking this rejection off that downtrend. Really liking this rejection here on Tesla off that multi-day trend line. That looks really nice here. Let's see if we can bounce back up. If it's already bounced on up, I've already missed that opportunity. Yeah, see, I missed that opportunity. It cracked below yesterday's low and then just retested. That would have been a nice little trade there. But we'll still see if it sets on up. We'll still see if Tesla can set on up here. Nice flush. Nice rejection off that multi-day trend line. So again, look at this downtrend here on Tesla. Nice rejection. You got 1, 2, 3. This is the 4th day it got rejected. Yesterday, it put in a shooting star doji. So that's a reversal indication. And then today, we actually gap up, smack that trend line once again to the penny, get rejected. We are falling below yesterday's close and yesterday's low of day after putting in this huge shooting star doji off the downtrend, cracking below yesterday's levels. I think Tesla could have a nice little red day, depending on what the overall market does, guys. So right now, I'm watching Tesla. You're like, whoa, dude, you're what? Tesla? No, you're looking at Tesla. Yeah, I'm looking at Tesla, guys. Absolutely, I think Tesla could really drop on off, and now it's below 700 as well. Here on Tesla, there's a few reasons that really stand out to me. I see room down to like 684 here on Tesla. I see some room down to like 684 here on Tesla, guys. I'm watching Tesla right now. So Tesla, that rejection off the 90 EMA looks good. And we're below 700, smacking that multi-day downtrend, cracking below yesterday's close and low off a shooting star doji. I'm short Tesla right now, guys. I am short Tesla here. I want to see the crack below 695. My stops are right back above 700. If we pop back above 700 and close above 700, I'll probably get out of this. But I see that flush on down. I see the rejection off the 90 EMA. I mean, I've explained all the separate reasons that I see right now on Tesla to get short. That's why I got short. That's why I got short here on Tesla. And I'll re-explain it if that doesn't make any sense, right? But I'm not taking my focus away from this trade. I'm short Tesla. I want to see the crack below 695. If none of that makes sense, I will re-explain it when the trade's done. Right now, I think we see another 10 points to the downside, and there's quite a few separate reasons that suggest this could be a really, really nice short. There's 694, 693. Again, I'm in the position today to lock in profits quick when I have them, so I'm going to take up 25% of that position. Why did I not close out? Why did that not close out? That's weird. What's going on? Close out 25%. Why are my hot buttons not working? That's odd. Okay. All right, there we go. All right, I have to do it manually. My hot buttons are not working right now. So I'm locking up profits little by little. I want to see this open on up and drop down to 690 next. 690 next on Tesla. Again, I'm locking in profits quick in this market. When I have them, I have them. Let's continue to open on up and drop on down. What's my cost basis? 690, 691. I should have locked them up a lot quicker there. Should have locked those up a lot quicker. I mean, I was already up $400 at one point. I should have just locked it all up. Especially on a stock like Tesla that I'm not super crazy about trading, but I like the short. I'm still holding a little bit here. But again, I need to be looking at the SPY and the Qs as well. I may have to get out of this and get back in. I may have to just go ahead and get out of this real quick, or like break even, and then look to just get right back in. I'm watching the SPY. If the SPY breaks up over 377, I'm out. I'm still giving it a chance because I like the technicals on Tesla. I love the short. I mean, it really suggests short me, but it really depends on the SPY and the Q. So I'm going to lock up a little bit more here because the SPY is trying to push. Tesla is going to push if the SPY pushes. But I'm still holding a little bit just in case. Good thing I took my attention away from PEV because I was considering taking a pullback trade on PEV. You guys are saying it's halted to the downside. I'm really happy I got out. I'm getting ready to close this position here on Tesla because the SPY is starting to push on up here. I'm still giving it a few more moments there. I'm trying to be patient. And right now, I am very close to just getting out of Tesla. But I'm still being patient. I'm watching to see if the SPY is going to break above 377 here. But now that we're back above this 9 EMA, if we close above this 9 EMA, that kind of goes against the reasoning for my trade in the first place. But I'm still going to hold this just for a sec. I am going to hold this just for a moment longer. Because we are, still technically below yesterday's low of day. It was right around 701, and then yesterday's close was right around 703. That's a nice rejection candle there on the SPY. I'm adding to Tesla here. That's a nice rejection candle on the SPY. I'll give it one more fighting chance here. My cost basis is like 697.50. And if the SPY pops that 377, I'm gonna have to just walk away from Tesla here. I like the short. I was up like $400 at one point. I should have taken the profits when I had it. I even said, I got to lock in profits quick today. And what did I not do? I didn't just get out. So it's funny how you're up $400 and you still you're just a little too patient. Let's see if we can do the right thing now. SPY starting to pull back off that rejection candle. Let's see if Tesla's going to come back down as well. Usually they follow very nice and close. SPY below 376. Tesla back down to low a day and below. Cost basis is 397.50, so we're right at break even. I'm not liking the chop, to be honest with you. I'm going to start closing out here because I'm not liking the chop on the SPY. I'm closing out, closing out, closing out. I'm out of Tesla for now. I'm out of Tesla. I'm not liking the chop on the SPY, which is causing a lot of chop on Tesla. I'm just going to get out. I had my opportunity to lock up $400. I just delayed. I didn't take the profits. Now I have an opportunity to reassess. I'm just going to reassess. And the second I get out, it wants to drop. That's fine. But again, I did the right thing there. I should have just locked in those profits quicker, especially when I said, hey, I'm just going to lock in profits quick today. That's been my biggest issue this week, is not locking in profits soon enough. The SPY is super ugly. Absolutely. Super ugly. And it's choppy. I'm out for now. So, I liked the setup, though. If you guys do not understand why I even pulled the trigger short on Tesla, I will walk you through it step by step by step. I tried to explain it in the trade, but if you guys are still like, not really sure, Josh, explain it again. I'm more than happy to give you a complete overview of what I saw on Tesla and why I pulled the trigger. All right, it's 9:52. Mr. Moderator over on YouTube. Mr. Moderator, we got us a moderator behind the scenes for YouTube. And there's my Tesla short working out now. There it is. I got a little hesitant there because it was just a little choppy and the SPY was just a little erratic, a little indecisive. That's unfortunate. Tesla is coming down exactly the way I thought now. But in the moment, I realized I should have locked in profits quicker. I was stuck in a little bit of that chop. I was not willing to risk Tesla squeezing 10 points on me because we know Tesla can move $10 like that. And on that kind of position, that would have been a $1,000 loss, and I wasn't really putting myself in a position to take a $1,000 loss. I felt like I made the right decision. I got out. If I would have held that, coulda, shoulda, woulda, I'd be up $1,000 right now on Tesla. And I love the trade, but we'll find another one, guys. We'll find another one. So if anybody took that and you didn't get scared out like me, because I'm going to be honest, I got scared out of that trade. Definitely got scared out of that trade. If you didn't get scared out and you held a little bit longer, maybe you had a less position where you could take a little bit more heat. Good job. But moderator on YouTube, yeah, again, we have a moderator behind the scenes on YouTube. It is after 9:45, and you know what happens at 9:45? We say, hey, ladies and gentlemen, enjoy your day. If it was Wednesday, we'd be live all day here on YouTube, but we were live all day on YouTube yesterday. We saw some of you making some amazing profits, so good job and good work. Enjoy the rest of your day. Trade smart and trade safe. And I'll see you back here tomorrow as we do this again. Hunter said, I was looking to short the SPY while you were short Tesla, but the chop told me don't do it. And the chop, Hunter, got me out. The chop there over those 4 just really indecisive candles, I said, you know what? Why risk it? Why risk it? Why take a big loss when I can just get out to break even and reassess? So I'll take it. All right, so on that trade, again, it was a good trade. I liked it. I absolutely liked the Tesla trade, guys. Again, there were a few things that really stood out to me on Tesla. There were a few things, okay? Multi-day downtrend here on Tesla, right? We actually have a downtrend that starts, right? We can connect our 2 points on the 9th of June. And then just here on the 21st, we hit it. Yesterday, we try and break it, but we get rejected. And what kind of candle did we form yesterday? What kind of candle did we form yesterday on Tesla? That is a doji candle. That is a shooting star, right? That is a bearish candle. That's a shooting star doji. That's a bearish candle rejected for the 4th time of that multi-day downtrend. And it closed almost right back below that 20 EMA. And we could see that 20 EMA was holding this thing down yesterday. So what did we do today? We gapped up. We actually gapped up. We came up and what did we hit to the penny? we hit to the penny that downtrend. Then what did we start to do? We started to fall below the doji's candle low. That's confirmation. When you see these dojis, you see these reversal dojis. This is a reversal doji. And you see the confirmation, which is cracking and falling below those doji levels. In this case on Tesla, 703 and 701, that's when you start to see the move. So number one, I see that downtrend, right? Very strong downtrend here on Tesla. I see a rejection yesterday giving us a shooting star doji that is bearish. I see a gap up. We hit the downtrend to the penny. We start validating that we are going red. We are falling below this doji. This is a reversal candle. We even saw an intraday retest, guys. And that's what really sold me, was the intraday retest. So everything that I just explained was solely based on the daily chart. The daily chart was telling me go short on Tesla. But I got intraday confirmation. And what was my intraday confirmation here on Tesla? It's when Tesla cracked below yesterday's low, and then came back up intraday and retested it as resistance. That was my confirmation right there. What was another piece of confirmation was the 9 EMA. So not only did we crack below that doji low, come back up and retest it here intraday, we also came back up and smacked that 9 EMA, and we got rejected. That's why I took the trade. But that was a little choppy for me, right? This right here, I'm just like, I don't know. I know I need to lock in profits quick in this choppy market. When I'm in, I'm in. When I see profits, let's take them. That's been my biggest problem this week. Every single trade I've taken this week had been profitable at one point, but I've had 2 red days. Why? I'm not locking in profits. So what I went ahead and did is said, I'm going to lock in profits. I didn't. I hesitated a little bit, and I went ahead and got out for break even. But that was my trade. Was it profitable? It would have been. Was it a winner? Absolutely. Absolutely. If I would have held just a little bit longer, I would have hit some of my targets, and I'd have been done for the day. But with that being said, I felt like I was making a bad decision when I didn't take profits, so I made a good decision to get out when I had an opportunity to break even. Corey says, I don't want to be that guy, but thanks for getting out of Tesla so I can make a small profit. Oh, you guys are awesome. I love you so much. Love each and every one of you inside of chat so much.